and welcome back to the Danger Room. We are back after our small summer break. Life has been very busy. Um, Today on the cast, Sploosh is joining me. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
And Chewy, what's up?
Always good, baby. Always.
Yeah. Deaton is in home buying land, so he's on break. But we
Yeah,
miss
he
him.
is.
Okay, so today we're gonna get cracking. Well, this will be the first part of tier listing the entire game. Oh boy.
Oh my god.
Every character, every faction. Uh, so we're gonna keep it in decently manageable chunks. We're starting with three threats, and we'll move in chronological order of release, and we'll have about 30-ish, 35-ish today. So, okay. For people who cannot see the tier list, we have five tiers. The top tier is called Splashed All the Time, typically better than affiliated models. Um, Swoosh, do you want to elaborate on that?
No, it's pretty
Or
good. S tier
All right.
basically.
Yep, it's essentially our S tier. Our A tier is top in faction, and they're splashed pretty frequently. B tier is solid in faction. C tier is they are edged out of affiliation by better choices typically. And then the last tier is called Next Time Baby. And we'll explain why it's called that
so good. I love it.
later. Okay, let's get cracking. First character is the GOAT, the man, the myth, the legend, Baron Zemo 1.
Dude.
Especially you got to start with him, right? He's your boy.
Uh,
He's always been your boy.
This is your baby, bro.
He's like my day one. It's kind of funny because it's ridiculous to start with like one of the best characters in the game first. It feels like it throws, like you want to start with something middling and then jump up to something that's just the goat. But like literally, I've been playing this game since day one, and I've been playing Zemo probably as much as most people. And there's a lot of people who say he's broken. I kind of disagree. I do think he's over the top when he gets combos, and he is kind of easy to combo. If you add dice, for example, um, you do anything with like skulls, he loves that. He does have no control though. He is squishy. I think one thing too that probably like Mike, I know you'll agree with me on this. The thing that probably like really just puts him at the S where he would be A otherwise is his long move. That lets him chase down extract holders. It lets him get an extract early when sometimes you play like Cabal and you don't have that other guy to get things. And the most powerful move in the game is put the character in the middle on deployment and then decide later. And Zemo's just like kind of the goat at that. He's not like super strong and he can die on the midline, but sometimes there's a spot that's just terrain is protecting him. It's just the optimal place to go. The opponent left a weak spot, and he could go get that like middle something over in that area. And so yeah, sure he's squishy, but that doesn't matter. Yeah, I don't know. I'll leave it at that. Like, what do you guys think? He's clearly S tier. I was like, not even a question. I don't think he's like broken though.
Yeah. What a well-designed model. I call him the Swiss Army. Seriously, like he's just well designed. Like he transcends time. He will never be bad, right? Ever, because his kid is so good. The rerolls, the long moving, his attacks are cheap to do. He has a counter attack. I can go on and on and on. He rotates well. Like he just does everything. He's like the Swiss Army knife of the game. I think that's the best comparison. Like he's just this. The only thing he doesn't do is control, right? Which if you gave him control,
Yeah.
Jeebus, right? Like that would be insane. But he's just the Swiss Army knife, man. He's reliable. He'll never be bad. If they never adjust him, I swear to you, if this game lasts 20 years from now, Zemo will still be S tier if they never change him. Because he's that good. In my opinion, he's that good. Because he does all the good things well. So that's where I'll leave it at that with Zemo.
Yeah. He's easily S tier for me. Obviously, like I deploy a middle a lot, like Sploosh said, and standing him on the midline is usually not that bad when you can go anywhere on the table because you can often just sit where they don't have a lot of force into him. He can like sit in cover size 2 pretty easily. He could do crazy things like in Midnight Suns. He can midline grab with his card because he gets 2 power and he can bump. Um, Long move is just like the break point of hitting all the objectives on the table in 2 walks. And then he also just kills things very well and gives your team rerolls. Like, there's just not much else to say about him. I think he's just one of the best models in the game.
I do have one quick thing is that I think AMG like deserves respect for the like Zemo because people love to say power creep in like every game I've ever played. I mean, sure, there's some like there's obviously some power creep or a character was overtuned, but mostly I am proud of how this game feels balanced from day one on. And actually, it's kind of funny because I still think some of the most kind of busted models are the oldest models. So like that's like reverse power creep, I guess. you know. And so anyway, I just think that it's cool that Zemo is literally a day one character and he's still like good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's definitely a handful of models from Core Box 1 that are quite good. So
sure, and yeah, Wakanda webs. There's
Yep.
a lot of things that are like still played.
yeah, yep, very good. All right, we'll move on from Zemo. He's just really, really good.
Yeah.
Well, last thing on Zemo, I love playing him with Dormammu. Let me tell you, he is like my Dormammu core is Dormammu Zemo.
It just fills the rest of it out. That's hilarious. I like
Dude,
it.
yeah, it's just charge immediately. And then like if he dies, you resurrect him, and then you play his card and gain like a ton of power, and you just explode something from anywhere on the table. It's great.
That sounds like a fun
Heck
time.
yeah.
I might have to do that this summer.
All right. Next up is Crossbones 1. I'll start on Crossbones, I guess. He's never, I wouldn't say he's ever been particularly great. I think Criminals played him in the early days of the game because they didn't have many options, and he was kind of like the potato guy. His durability is still pretty good. He just is like being short or small base is just so crippling a lot of the time. He can just like get body blocked walking to the midline. Like it's rough. And then he only has like he struggles to build power because he doesn't have action economy unless your opponent attacks him. That's just I don't know. I don't think he's aged very well. He might not have ever really aged at all.
Yeah.
All right, Chewy, back to you.
I just think this just proves the whole small base, small move thing doesn't work. Maybe it works for other models. I don't know, but for me, it never has. I think it's so crippling. I really think he should move medium, personally, and I don't even think he'll be busted moving medium. I think he'll be playable moving medium. You know what I mean? Because everything else on his card is good. You know what I mean? Like he's got DR, he's got the aggressive. His attacks are whatever, but I mean, the medium move would just help him so much. Like that would make him playable. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's got Bill's DR, like, and same as King.
Yeah.
Like, it's very good.
It's
But,
very,
like,
very.
He just
good,
can't
right?
get anywhere to impact the table.
No, not at all. And I don't know. I really wish they would abandon the whole small base, small move thing, but we'll see. I mean, it's sad because he has so much. He does have a lot going for him on his card, like a decent amount, but it's so hard to play him, man. It's just tough.
Yeah,
I actually think he would see play if Sin was better, but Sin is not better, so doesn't matter. But like he's got that whole husband-wife thing with her. That would be cool, and it made him actually seem reasonable. So, but yeah, we're putting him at the C, right?
I don't know. What do you guys think? C or D?
I'm going to next time, baby. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. He never sees play. I'm not giving him any love
Well,
here. He deserves respect. And you know what? He deserves a medium move. And right now, he's at next time, baby. So that means that next time they do balance changes, fuck him, please.
Yep.
That's what that means. In my opinion. I don't know. Go ahead, Spoosh.
That is one of the things. Yes, Spoosh, do you want to
hard.
defend Crossbones?
Well, I mean, the whole thing I just said about Sin, like, I actually think he would see play. Like, I really do. If Sin was not just really bad.
That's fair. The husband and wife thing is good.
The husband and wife
very
thing is
strong.
good, yes.
He also has illicit tech, which I'm really Sin uses
True.
that better than he does, kind of. But that's a cool card. I love playing that card. I have played a lot of Crossbones back in the day, and he's okay. Like, I don't know.
I can agree he could go up a tier. 'Cause he's not completely unplayable. He's just like really slow.
Very, very slow. That's
Like he's like Mysterio. Mysterio is way better than him, but if you can get him stuck in and like your opponent doesn't body block him or something, he can be like annoying to deal with. but like he's also just not super threatening, so you can kind of just ignore him. He can't like get to you easily either. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. I don't want to take too long, but if we think of the other Crossbones, and then the other Crossbones at best might be B tier, then and then if we put the other Crossbones at C, doesn't that automatically make this guy D?
No, I think Crossbones 2 is better than C. I think he's B tier minimum.
Okay, that was just a perspective thing,
Yeah.
but no, I actually would argue he's okay on C. I don't think he's completely horrible like some other characters.
Yeah, I don't think he's.
I can agree.
horrible.
Having DR min 0 is definitely something.
It's
worth.
really good, right?
It's worth something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I just want him to get buffed, so that's why I want to go into last year. But either way, it's all good.
No, buffs in.
All right, we got Aqu 1. I think Aqu 1 is solid. He does see play in people who play Green Goblin, especially with the well-laid plans. He's got a throw. I think he has a medium base, medium move, which is the sweet spot breakpoint for objective stuff. I think he's a solid model.
Yeah. He's a
Where did we
meat
have
and
him last
potatoes
time?
kind of guy.
He also plays the Spider Foes cards well, right? He's got double wild, so you can custom upgrades him.
You can, yeah, because they
Yeah.
did get new tools to buff him, and I haven't. I'll be honest, I haven't played much of Spider Foes lately. Bro,
I mean, it comes down to if you want to play Goblin or not. Like,
Yeah,
you
that's
can't-
what it
obviously
comes
cannot
down
play
to.
this guy with Occ 2. So, and I don't really think this guy's worth playing outside of faction.
not at
Oh,
all.
absolutely.
But I think if you're just like I'm only playing Green Goblin, I think he's definitely a valid pick.
Yeah,
For the tactics card.
for the
Yeah, I think his kit is actually solid. Like if he was like not Doc Ock, but he had the same kit, I would play him with Occ 2.
I'm with you. I agree. I think
I
he's
could agree.
solid.
I could agree there. Yeah, and like I said, like with Spider Foes getting fleshed out a little bit more, he's gotten better because of that. I know last year when we talked about it, it wasn't really fleshed out at all, because it was just bland, right? Now, like you said, you got the custom upgrades, you got
Webhead
cards too, surprise Webhead, right? Like they got some really good stuff now. They can cook a little bit with him now, and Goblin's been seeing more play lately. I know Vince has been playing Foes Goblin, I think, if I remember correctly, with
He has,
Carnage and all that
yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
So like,
yep.
I mean, he's starting to come up again. So I mean, right now, I think that Solid in faction is perfect for him right now, right?
Yeah, I think he's a perfectly fair
Yeah.
model. Like this.
Fair model, yeah.
All right. Next up, we got Iron Man 1. I love Iron Man 1, but I don't think he is great on the current Crisis set, is kind of where I'm at with him.
Yeah.
I think
Helios helps him a little.
Helios is good. The game is sped up, so it's harder to like get value out of Helios. This is your like, it's harder for your gun characters to make attacks. I loved Iron Man 1 when the game was like map. When you had to play map B, I think he's just amazing there. But now I think he's just like good.
Yeah, he's just a good model. He's just a solid. He's Iron Guy, right?
Yeah.
That's who he is. Like solid, has a push, and you can play him in Avengers. I just think he's solid in faction, honestly. I mean, he can play in Shield too, right? Because he's affiliated there as well. So
Yeah.
yeah, man, it's just what I think of
Yeah.
him. He's just a good, solid guy. That's it.
I just feel like the new Crisis demand a lot of mobility, and like
Yeah, they do.
so it's hard to get value out of him. Like when you're like on map B, he would often just be like 6 dice, and you just be doing that all game, and then you just Helios something. And he was also just really tanky and pushing models around.
Right.
He was just really good back then, but I don't think he's gotten worse. It's just the Crises aren't. The Crises have
They don't
gotten
favor
harder
him
for
right
to
now.
play on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is kind of awkward because, in theory, if they gave us different crises, he could become a top infection character. So then it's kind of like the argument of hypothetically he could be top infection. So does that mean he earns the right to be there? I feel like we did give him like a top infection last time we ranked him.
I believe we did put him up in A tier
We did,
previously,
yeah.
but I gotta D rank him because these are based on the crises. Like you could literally have a crisis that says play Baron Zemo and you automatically win the game, right? So Zemo automatically would become S tier, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So
right,
like
right.
by that logic, like the crises do factor into this.
All right. No, it's just more of that was just a philosophical
Yeah.
concept there, but I agree. I think he fell down because the game changed, and he's just if the game changed again, he might be really good, but that's not the game we're playing right now.
Right.
So, yeah, I know
Cool.
Mike and we had the love affair with him last year.
I've been a massive Iron Man 1 fan for ever since I played Shield a lot. I've always been a fan of him.
Yeah.
All right, Shuri. I think Shuri is good right now. She's probably better than she's been in a long time, mostly because Kingpin is kind of in a lot of places.
And they shrunk the crises a little bit. Like D is kind of smaller.
Right.
Like,
and she's quite good on deadline because she can shoot the sides from the back point, which is pretty cool. She's good on like the box shapes that are pretty common. She's not that great on
shoot.
Yeah, she's not super great on pay to flip, but I think she has value playing like deadline or scoundrels. People are playing a lot of scoundrels, I'm noticing. She's also good on Infinity too.
Infinity as well. It's another one.
So
classic.
So who's playing her other than Wakanda?
That would be the only one really, but I do think that's why I put her in the mid tier. So I think she's just a good model in Wakanda, if you're looking for what she brings.
Yeah,
and not like an every game character.
No, she's very like crisis dependent. Like I like playing her on Scoundrel if I get that playing Wakanda.
Yeah.
Or just like into Kingpin or something like that.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I think Shuri's perfectly fine. Anything else to add with Shuri? I think.
No, man, she's again another well-designed character, right? Came out in the beginning, like. Yeah. Granted, I mean, she's way better back then,
she did get
right?
nerfed. Yeah,
she got nerfed, right? But it was enough to like, she still got game. So yeah, it's good.
Okay,
I think part of it is Wakanda Forever as well.
Wakanda Forever, yeah.
It definitely helps.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like back in the day, like Shuri would have been S tier, but the game's so much different now.
Yep.
All right, Valkyrie. I think Valkyrie is just another middle of the road character. I think she's perfectly fine, but not insane.
Just anyone in Asgard play her?
No.
No, that's not true. No. I think people who play like mono Asgard play Valkyrie as their affiliated 3-threat. Because your other choices are like Scourge, Heimdall. I don't.
Oh, sure.
So, yeah, they just
I
play
guess.
Valkyrie.
Who are these maniacs that are playing solo Asgard?
Dude, that's the thing. And Art.
Yeah, I was gonna.
No. I think like. Sorry, go ahead.
No. So I think they're more of a dual affiliated affiliation right now, right? I think people are taking like Thor 1, Jane, Bill, possibly Loki 1, and then like filling out the rest of the roster from there. I could be wrong, but I mean that's at least what I've been doing lately with Asgard. I've just been dual affiliating because those are three of their best models and just going at it because I just don't see a reason to fit in Valkyrie or like Sif right now. Even though I think Sif is really good, but I just don't find the space for him right now. And I mean I think Solid Infection is fine. Yeah, if you're by your logic, if everyone's playing like if it was more popular to play single affiliated Asgard. But that's just not the approach. That is not the approach as of right now, right? I mean, outside of the outliers you mentioned, right? Like Hyper Viper and you said Art, right?
Well, there's always people. Those are just people I know of. But there's always people that want to play mono faction only.
Yeah,
and I think if you're doing that, Valkyrie is
she's great.
Your best 3-threat. Like,
yes,
if you have to play Map D or something with Asgard, it's pretty decent to play like Jane, Valkyrie, Sif. And just play a bunch of charge characters.
Yeah. Oh, sure. Yeah. If you're doing it, yeah. Then I mean, I agree with the tier. Like she's solid in faction, but I almost like went down to the crossbones just because of my thought process. Right? It's like, people are mostly dual affiliating, so we never really see her. You know what I mean? But no,
Yeah,
I think the C tier's right.
my hyper competitive brain is itching to say she's edged out, but you make a solid argument. I'm gonna just agree with you, Mike, that solid in faction does describe her, even though I do think she's in that weird like 0.5 area for me on that. Where
Yeah,
I
I
don't
mean, if
know if
like
yeah, go ahead.
if you're like trying to be like bleeding edge competitive, I don't think it's worth playing an Asgard 3. Like you're better off just splashing and playing the top models because you can be affiliated with just them. But there are people who want to play monofaction. I've seen Valkyrie, like I've watched Hyper play Asgard with Valkyrie, and like the all charge team is decent. Like I don't think it's insane, but it is like viable.
Sure.
Like if you play like Wong, Jane, Sif, Valk, like everything can charge on round 1. It's like
cool.
it's all right.
Yeah. I'm not convinced. I feel like she's teetering. I feel like if she was a little bit better, we'd be playing her more like on the top end, and like it would change the opinion of Asgard a little bit.
I mean, I think like the other models in this tier already are like models you don't see very often, but they're like fine if you're playing like a monofaction.
Sure, but like, isn't one of the reasons that splashing is more prominent is because I'll just grab a better 3, like maybe you already have a Zemo or I don't know, whatever else is going on in your list. That like I don't know, it could even be like a Sam Wilson, you know? Like
Sam, yeah.
You just have this other 3 that you're fine to play, and Valkyrie just doesn't get you to go to her. And even that's including the possibility of maybe having Odin's Blessing or Rainbow Bridge. And you still are like, nah, I don't know. I think I could do better. Or I need room in my list for better things and out of affiliation of Asgard. So I don't know.
Right, I agree with you from
I'm on
like
the
a competitive
fence.
standpoint.
Yeah.
Just from like I think she is an okay model. Like I don't think she doesn't really have like actual issues.
Yeah.
Like Crossbones has actual issues.
Yeah, Crossbones has issues.
I agree.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the problem, right? That's why I couldn't throw her down there. I'm like, she doesn't really
she's
have
just
issues.
very
It's just
fair.
she's not taking.
She's just very
fair. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Said my piece on Valkyrie.
Hmm.
All right, Bucky. 3-threat Bucky. Obviously was nerfed. The last time I seen this character on the table, Deaton played him into me in Shadowlands, and he was absolutely destroying me. Part of that is just rolling hot.
Yeah.
But I do think Bucky does have some homes in Shadowlands and like Red Skull 3. You could just boost his dice quality, and I also like.
Thing is, he's a rogue agent, so is he actually solid in faction?
I don't know. I mean, like
that's the hard part. Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah, he's a rogue agent.
I want to say like on his power level, I'm just gonna throw him into the middle tier with everyone else so far, pretty much. I think he is like another fair model nowadays. Like Soldat, I think is like only useful on turn 1. Like I've played it a lot. I've watched people bring it. They always they get the hop round 1, and then it never does anything else the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Very true.
I've had some bad Soldat experiences playing Hydra. That really turned me off to it. So I think solid in faction is good, even though it is a weird.
Good.
It's a weird like rogue agent lore fail, but we do mean he's like B tier, I guess.
Yeah, I think he's just another fair model. Yeah. All right.
Same.
We'll keep going with fair models. Next up is Groot. I think he just exists in the same tier.
Yeah. He's not splashed anywhere, right? He's good in faction. He's great with Rocket. There's not much to say there. Like
I think
he's just good, you know.
Yeah, Groot's solid. He's also kind of got the Iron Man treatment where he's kind of not loving the current Crisis selection.
Completely agree, because I remember a version of Mike that felt Groot was broken or not broken, but overtuned.
Close to it, dude.
It's like on map E, it's very frustrating to like deal with Rocket and Groot because
it is.
Groot's Spender's so punishing, and he has like 1 million health, and Rocket is untouchable. Right.
Yeah, it was like
So-
no matter the cost, Groot, and then like he had
Yeah.
14 health. 14 health with a heal. That
Yeah.
heals for 3.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
Groot was
insane,
like
dude.
incredibly frustrating to play against back in the day, but I think the crisis selection has brought him down a lot. But I think
This
he's still valid.
conversation almost makes me want to have like a was busted, but like the scenarios fixed it tier.
Yeah, that's what this seems like, actually. Yeah, if you think about it. Like, outside of Doc
yeah.
Ock, but yeah.
Yeah, no, Iron Man and Groot to me are like on the same fake tier that I just invented. Where right now he seems like okay, but like there was a world where this character was kind of a bit over, and yeah, could be again in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah, I think Groot's just pretty fair at the moment because he's just slow. And like I think just like the gun line play style is hard to get value out of right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Star-Lord. I mean, I think Star-Lord goes in the same tier. I think he's another one like Iron Man, where like I would have rated him. I mean, Star-Lord's he's never splashed though, but in terms of like his leadership and just being a gun character had a lot of value in the old Crisis pool, which we've talked about.
Yeah, he plays safe, which is cool for a 3-threat leader. But yeah, no, like I feel like the game stepped away from him a little bit.
Yeah.
So, yeah, not much to say.
Yeah.
Awesome
No, I
leadership,
think
though.
Yeah, winging it is obviously great. Like I think his kit is boring, but it's fine if you're able to just be a gun line, which I think is a little tricky right now. That's all.
Yeah.
Okay, Black Widow 2. I don't even remember last time I seen this model on the table.
Dude, I'm gonna yes.
Next
Thank
time,
you.
baby.
Put her right there. Put her right there. Leave her there. Don't ever take her off. She needs to get buffed. I don't know what they're gonna do with her to buff her, but dude, she's gotten shafted ever since she came out. Because like when she came out, the whole Doom Prophecy thing. I don't know if you guys remember that fiasco. It was like, man, she's busted with. Granted, she was. There's no debate, right? But ever since that point, dude. I mean, 2-threat Widow's been better than her. The 4-threat Widow is actually, I think she's 3-threat, right? The 4-threat Widow
this
is
one
actually
is
better than her
3-threat.
too. Yeah, so it's yeah, we're doing 3. I'm an idiot, but either way, 4-threat Widow is better than her. Like she's just outclassed by everything else. Like she just needs I don't know what they're gonna ever do to her to make her relevant. I mean, she does have a really good rapid fire. That's cool, right? But outside of that, everything else is just whatever. I tried her a few times, and I'm like, you're going back in the display case. Like, get out of here. Like, we're good. We can move on from that. I'm just so disgusted because I love her model, right? Like the way they sculpted her and everything, like the whole guns and all that
cool.
stuff. It's pretty cool, right? And I'm just like, I never want to play you. It sucks. But that's where I'm at with it, man. That's my hot take on. I'm sorry. It's just, ugh.
Her cool thing is she has interrogate. Her bad thing is she has no action economy, and she just exists to remind me about the mutant racism because she can rapid fire whenever she wants, and everyone else has to roll dice.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I mean, Punisher and Sin have auto rapid fire too, but yeah.
yeah, you know the non-mutants.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, she's horrible, just like her movie.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, well, I agree there, 100%.
Yeah. Interrogate's cool, parting shot's cool, stealth is cool, auto rapid fire's cool. Her spenders are really bad, and then she just has nothing else on her card. So,
Yeah.
So she's essentially a rapid fire interrogate character that has nothing else on her card.
Not even attack this card, bro. That can make her like do anything. It's just
Well, I believe
Or does she have one?
She can play vertical assistance. All the Natasha
right.
Romanoffs can play it.
That's
I just
right.
had a flashback of I was doing a learning game for 2 dudes, and the guy who played Black Widow, because he's like, oh, Black Widow, and he played her, he never played the game again. His character literally ruined the game for somebody.
Wow.
I mean, the other widows are good though. Like two
other widows-
I know, but
widows are good.
He's never played the game before. He said he wanted to
Yeah,
play
he just
Black
played
Widow,
this one. Yeah.
and I was like, yeah,
It just ruined his experience.
It ruined the game for him. He actually never played again.
That's
Money.
I
fine.
feel
Jason
bad about
better.
that to this day. It's my fault. I should have stopped him.
Hilarious.
All right. Next up is Hawkeye. I think Hawkeye is solid. I think he's another middle of the road character. Hook Arrow has a lot of value on the current scenarios.
A lot
and
of
also,
value.
Also the Doctor Strange buff helps him a lot. I think you can hex things from downrange.
Oh my god, dude, it's so annoying, dude. I was playing Lou the Lunatic a couple of weeks ago, and like he was doing the whole Doctor Strange Hawkeye thing, and dude, I had like almost 5 conditions on APOC because of Doctor Strange's leadership. He just kept hitting the wilds. Dude, I was super annoyed. I was like, what is happening to my character? Like, this is terrible, dude. Like, he can be very dangerous with Strange. So I think the Strange leadership really helped him out a lot, honestly, and I think we're going to see a lot more Hawkeye in the future, honestly, under defenders, in my opinion. And like you said, I mean, Hook Arrow's just, it's always been a good thing. It's always been a good superpower. It's just with that, bro, oh my god, it's amplified, bro. It's really, really strong, I think.
Yeah, I think Hawkeye is valid. He's fine. I think he was really fun playing in S.H.I.E.L.D. because Eye in the Sky kept him alive.
Yeah.
But I think Hook Arrow is quite good right now, so.
Steve, 3 players are using him.
Really?
And he has extra power, and yeah, I think it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think he's perfect. That's solid in faction. No one's going crazy for this guy, but he's fine.
Yeah. All right, we'll go to Drax next. Actually, so here's the thing. Dude, Vampire Drax is actually kind of legit.
It destroyed me.
I've heard rumors.
Yeah.
It destroyed me at Everwinter.
That's funny, bro.
Freaking Ben is probably laughing right now hearing it. I have nightmares to this day about it. I did not enjoy it. Everyone that even mentions the Dracula leadership, I immediately say, "Do you have Drax?" In fact, I had this conversation in Sweden. They're playing Dracula, and I was like, "Where's your Drax?" And he's like, "Okay." After like 5 minutes, he's like, "I need to put Drax in here."
Yes.
So, yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, Vampire Drax is very obnoxious.
Yeah, I've heard rumors of it. I've never played into it, but I've heard horror stories so far. So.
And my locals play Thralls sometimes, and it's always really annoying dealing with Drax.
Could you imagine?
It's because he just
yeah.
Because normally Drax has to he walks up, he makes a 5 dicer, cries because his dice are bad, and then he doesn't do anything. Where a Vampire Drax is I walk up to you, I put bleed on you, and then I swing on you, and I get double rerolls, and then I actually do damage and make power. Now I throw you. And
now I throw you.
Super annoying.
Interesting.
It's like walk, throw, but you get a cool attack.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so I think that vampires have buffed Drax. But I think he's just a decent DR model.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right. Next.
Proxima. I'm conflicted on Proxima. I love Proxima, and I want to put her in A tier. I just don't know if she deserves to go there because you don't see her splashed very often, if at all.
Yeah, the game's just growing. There's so many characters.
Yeah. I want to put Proxima in the middle, even though I love her.
I don't got much to say. I love her too. I love playing her Black Order for a bit, and I've splashed her a few times, and I've always been impressed with her. But it's just
she's waiting on Zemo to get nerfed to be a medium move. I think is where she's at.
Yeah. Don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
No, I don't ever want that to happen. I'm done apologizing at this point. I just want to play a broken Zemo forever.
Yep, absolutely.
But I think if Zemo ever got nerfed to a medium move, I think Proxima becomes way more attractive. Yeah. Even though I like her and I think she's good.
Yeah, she's very solid. She's the B+ right now for me.
Yeah.
B+ tier.
Yeah, that's where I have her at right now too.
Yeah, she's the only long moving DR model in the at 3 threat. I think. Yeah, she's definitely the only one.
So here, honestly, here's the real thing. AMG's trying really hard not to let us splash Black Order, and that's sort of that's hit Proxima the hardest because you might have Black Order. I've done it so much playing this game, playing Black Order as a second affiliation, and you're like, well, I already have this Proxima. I might as well play her in my 18 list or whatever.
You're 18, yeah.
Yeah, so
I agree.
I wasn't playing her per se too splasher, but I certainly was looking at her happily. And
Yeah, that's what my Cabalist was like when I had Black Order. I'd be like, oh, yeah, I'll just play her in the 6-wide Cabal team because she's here.
yeah,
Right.
and
Well,
you're
my
very
APOC
happy about
list.
it.
Yeah. In my APOC list, I think I mentioned that too. Like when I dual faded with Black Order, I was like, yeah, it's 7, because at that point in time, 17 was like not the most attractive thing, but like she was like the other 3-threat that I could play. I was like, yeah, I'll just play Proxima. Why not? Like, she does stuff. Like it's a possibility. So, yeah, no, it's her day will come. I have a feeling her day will come one day. We're all gonna be saying Proxima's the best.
Yeah, I mean, I think at this point she's probably the best Black Order model, like in a vacuum.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
It's
a good point.
Yeah, it's all. I'm having memories too of playing her with Red Skull 3. I know you just mentioned that, but yeah, she loved that leadership. If she ever gets like an in-affiliation new Black Order leadership that does something with offense, it'd be really cool for her.
Yeah.
And she's got that long mover thing that we talked about where she gives you the power early game to play the objective and like move to like how the game is going and counterplay people. So it's huge. She's really solid.
Yeah. Proxima's great. All right, Ghost Spider. Man, I think I had to. I'll let you guys talk. Somebody start with Ghost Spider.
Let me go.
Uh-oh.
I
don't want to influence opinions.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on a limb. I'm gonna put her in A tier. I'm gonna put her in A tier.
Really?
Because one. Okay, so top in faction. I would say in Web Warriors she probably is. Granted, I'm not a Web Warriors player, but I mean she's always on the table when they're playing, so I can go there, right? Splashed. I mean, Johnny was trying her in APOC, and it seemed to be doing some stuff. I don't know if he played her, ever fielded her. I know other teams, probably want to bring her too for the life saving and all that stuff. And she does have control. Her control's really good. She's a long mover. I mean, she marks all the check marks for me for like just that A tier type of character. Like her mobility's insane. Her control is great. She could randomly get you out of a bad situation. You know what I mean? If the opponent's not paying attention to lifesaver, it's similar to like the fallback thing. Hey, I can fall back and now I'm out of range or whatever. Lifesaver can do that too. But that's my hot take on her. It's never changed for me because she's just so good, dude. She's so good, and she should be played more, in my opinion. Just
can I be the
my
devil?
feeling on it. Do it.
You were the angel, I'll be the devil. I think Spectacular Spider-Man took their spot. I think everything you used to say about her became what you say about Spectacular Spider-Man. And I think she may have moved down to just solid in faction.
I don't hate that.
I get it if some maniacs are splashing her. I've even done it with Steve 1. And I liked it, but then like all the Mystic characters were like killing my whole team, and
that
just wasn't as good as I hoped. She does some cool things with Steve and like power affiliations. Like you could grab a mid thing and then you could threaten to like lifesaver someone, which was cool. And then it's really cool for deployment where you put your long mover mid, like in my case it was like Sam, and then late in the turn 0, place her on a corner where I know Sam would go, and then have that lifesaver on turn 1. But like, I don't know. She's kind of squishy these days, and like, there's more mobile things. And like I said, I think Spectacular Spider-Man is kind of like the splashed Web Warrior, and he's just like a more consistent character. And his combo with Black Cat, like, I don't know. I actually disagree with you. I think you're seeing Web Warrior players leave her at home for some games.
I don't
not
know,
not for like at all. Just for some games, you're gonna say, "No, I don't need that."
I don't know about that, brother. I'll tell you that. Every time I played Web Warrior, she's always on the table. I don't know. That maybe I'm wrong, but every time I play against them, she's always there. So
well,
it's
Mike
tough.
Pop off here. Hit us, Mike.
Yeah,
hit us with the sauce.
The TLDR is I agree with Sploosh. I think she would have been in an A tier previously. I think models are just so much better at killing stuff now. Things hit harder from farther away. That she just gets deleted. It's also like not super hard to play around Lifesaver, I find. I don't know if it's like models are just inherently better at it, or the player base just understands it better. I also have worked with Phil a lot on Web Warriors, and we're definitely like pretty convinced if you don't have Wong, her impact is a lot less, because you just don't get the double walk web line round one. So, and then I think like, what scenarios is she actually good on the current set? Like Scoundrel, Map D, and that's it. Like she's not really playing pay to flips. She's not playing the center line stuff. She could play Deadline. But I think, yeah, you kind of have to go wide with her to make a bunch of threats, and
You do.
and like she doesn't really work. Like if you go wide with a bunch of killing models plus Gwen, you're probably find that your killing potential's too low. So that's why I think she works well in Web Warriors, because you have you go wide while having a lot of models that score points well. And I think if you're able to threaten a lot of VPs, she just amplifies that, which is why I think she is a B tier model. I don't think she's a viable splash really anywhere. Like I wouldn't splash her. And I think Sploosh is right about Spectacular. He's quite good.
Oh, Spectacular's so good, dude.
Just having Spider Sense helps him survive so much.
True statement.
Yep.
Yeah. I forgot about Spectacular for a second, dude.
Yeah.
My mind was still stuck on Gwen.
But yeah, I think if 2 or 3 years ago, Gwen, I probably put an A tier. I think today's game, she's come down. I also think Web Warriors are in kind of a weird spot. I don't see a lot of people playing them. Their win rate's still pretty high. I feel like they have Web's players will tell you they have bad matchups with like APOC, stuff like that. So I'm not sure. Shang and Voodoo everywhere doesn't help.
Shang and Voodoo everywhere? Yeah, it really doesn't. No.
So is this a clever segue to talk about Miles?
Yeah.
he
was next, but I don't know what
he
the
was next.
segue is.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just saying because Miles is next, and we're talking about Web Warriors. So, and he is
yeah. So I'll put Miles in the A tier. I think he deserves to be there, and I think previously Miles would have probably been S, but I think he is pretty fine at A. I think a lot of people complain about him. They're like, 6 dice throw, range 3, teleport, stealth, fire sense. Like just keep adding things, Venom Blast. But I think the only thing that keeps him in check is he just starts the game kind of slow. And whereas Spectacular can like start the game pretty quickly. He can like walk up, impact webbing, swing on the point.
God,
it's like guaranteed. Good. Miles can roll the 4 dice and miss. So Venom Blast also gets like blocked by bodyguards. Can have problems with like Sacrifice, Okoye everywhere. Obviously Shang and Voodoo beat up Spider Sense, so like yeah. But I still think he's a really good model. Right, you definitely could feel good about splashing him.
Yeah, you make a compelling argument with the S to A, like because I was thinking maybe A to B, but no, you're right. It's just like he was so much crazier when like Hellfire was the business and all that. So.
Yeah, it was. Oh man.
Yeah, no, A's good, and he's our first A. Congratulations, Miles.
You made it, man. Congratulations, man. He stood the test of time.
Yeah, I mean, just to remind people, because they probably forgot, like Toppin often splashed. He is splashed, and he's one of the leaders where you're like, sweet, I can play this guy.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, he's a leader you like that actually is impactful, and he's not just like an anchor, which those are my favorite leaders. God, playing anchor leaders is so frustrating.
Yep.
So
next.
Yeah, so we got Punisher next. I've probably played Punisher the most out of everyone here.
Yeah, I think you have.
I think he's actually decent. I think he's a fair B model. Like walk, rapid fire, automatic rapid fire into short walk onto the point, and you can even interact if you like don't one shot the model. Is pretty good. Round 1, his spender is solid. You just have to like be cognizant of his range. Like he can just die. He's like what 6'5" with like 3/3 or something like that. So
yeah,
and he plays at the mid range, but like I mean, my local just played Punisher to me last Friday, and he Spender one-shot my Luke Cage with 3 punishment tokens, and then Spender one-shot my Okoye. So,
Oh my
and then
God.
Punisher exploded right after that, but he did daze 2 models.
Yeah.
But I do think he actually has a good round 1, which is not super common.
He's also kind of cool with grunts, right? Like
Yes,
grunts
also
make
true.
him happy. Yeah, I remember a long time ago I used to hate the hell out of this guy, and then I think it was you just were like, well, obviously you just use your tokens for the aim shot. And I was like, wait, why didn't I think of that?
Yeah.
Because every time
Yeah.
I would aim shot with him, it was horrible, and I was like, what if this guy's so bad? But it makes sense. Yeah, you aim shot when you can give him more dice.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Uh,
That's my opinion on him too. Like, and he's finally affiliated, by the way. Like, he was unaffiliated
Yay.
for so long, dude. And I can imagine that he's pretty. I would love to try him with the new Doctor Strange. We just talked about with Hawkeye, right? Punisher could probably just hand out hex like crazy with the rapid fire or something or whatever the hell, right? Like, he's always had a solid kid. I've always liked this kid. I never hated it. It was just he never had a home, and now he does. So
Yeah.
maybe we'll see more play with him. You know what I mean? Like, I hope so because I think it does a lot of good things. Like, I mean, a decent amount of good things, I should say, not a lot of good things.
Yeah,
The
he's just
advancing
extreme. He's just like
That's cool.
extremely average is his problem. Like,
Average,
he doesn't
yeah.
have displacement, so now
Right.
he's not like particularly fast in terms of like getting objectives and like scoring. So like he's kind of just like making a lot of attacks, which is like fine, but
It's
it's
fine,
not
yeah.
something that's insane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The problem is if you're gonna take him unaffiliated, you just take Zemo or something.
Yeah,
That's
that's
the
a large majority
problem.
of the game.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I think he's like a fine model. Like I played him in timelines because I was exploring options back at last year, and I was impressed with him. Just like the round 1 shoot Spec Ops was good.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
in the lower powered format, like he was perfectly valid. All right, Taskmaster. I like Taskmaster. I think Taskmaster's a another good character. Like the buff to him helped a lot. Like the gainer on the shield throat.
About time.
Yeah.
He's a solid role player. If he was like
Very
he was
solid
like,
role player. Yeah.
like in a basketball game, he'd be like the 6th man. Just comes in, does some things.
Good
He
comparison.
makes you put more work in to take him out than maybe like he's worth. Like say he's a 3 threat and they have to put like 4 threat of attacks into him. That's kind of his thing. And then his spender is actually really cool.
Mm-hmm.
The spender's very good.
Yeah,
It's
the
very,
power
very
gain
good.
from shield throw is really good for paying for tactics cards, and he's actually like affiliated with things a little bit. Unlike I don't understand AMG why you will not give Winter Soldier affiliations, because like this man actually has real
Wait, no.
affiliations.
Bucky is shield.
Bucky does.
Yeah, one shield really like
Hydra, isn't he?
could be Hydra, bro.
Bucky's not in Hydra?
Anyway, no,
Bucky 2 is in Hydra.
Bucky 2.
No, he's not
There we go.
Cabal either.
Sorry.
he's
Yeah,
not
Bucky
Cabal.
1 is only shield.
That's right. I remember now. Okay, got it.
I can't tell you how annoying that is. But anyway, no, I love the Taskmaster as a criminal and a Hydra and Shield. And please, AMG, I'm begging you, like Winter Soldier, give him affiliations. But anyway, yeah, I like Taskmaster.
I've always liked him. Every time I played him, I've had a good time with it. The only thing I hated was the shield throw not gaining power in the beginning. But like everything else he did was pretty cool. You know what I mean? The intuitive pattern recognition, adding the 2 dice, right? Doing the photographic reflexes was really cool too. Like he's got a lot of cool things on his card that I'm really, really enjoy playing him. Like I actually feel like I'm Taskmaster. You know what I mean? Like when I'm playing the dude, I'm like, yeah, I'm just like trolling people and stuff and whatever.
Oh, dude, I've like best Taskmaster story I have is somebody shot me with rapid fire, and then I double 6 dice counter strike them.
Yeah.
baby.
It's so good. It's so good when you
That's
do that,
cool.
dude. It's like, yup, get wrecked, homie.
The other thing that's kind of cool about Taskmaster is he's actually just like cool with all the syndicate leaderships. Like if you give him rerolls and he's ricocheting, it's really nice. And he's just a good derpy dude for Kingpin. I mean, even MODOK, it's fine because MODOK helps him with his defense, which is cool. So, yeah, I dig it.
I dig it too.
Yeah, I like Taskmaster. He's good. All right, I'm excited to talk about this one. It's Ant-Man. I
God.
want to make a case for Ant-Man to be not good.
Oh,
wait, you got me excited. I thought you were gonna go like
Yeah.
higher there. Like, yeah, he threw a curveball at me there.
No.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah.
You got it.
I think Ant-Man has issues, and I think he's really fun to play, but I don't think he does anything. Like,
nice.
like it's fun to teleport around and make 6 dice attacks and beams, but like it doesn't actually win you the game or really do anything other than feel fun. And I guess from like a game design perspective, that's fine, but I think he's worse than people give him credit for. It's because he just like can't play objectives. By play objectives, he just like can't hold anything, and then like his energy defense is bad on meteors. So like, I don't know. I think he's I'm noticing a trend with a lot of models that AMG has. They're like they sacrifice the player experience for like some kind of gimmick or something. And maybe that gimmick is fun and they want to defend it by like leaving it in the kit, but then you have to like nerf things that make the model like have good quality of life. I think Ant-Man is one of those. Like Phoenix is another one, and that's a much more complicated discussion.
Yeah.
But Ant-Man, they want him to have the 0 cost teleport, but by having that, like he could like midline grab and shit like that. So like he just like can't hold things now, and it's just kind of weird. I don't know.
Go ahead.
I have a conspiracy theory here. I think that AMG doesn't want Ant-Man and Wasp to be good because there was something weird with building them. Because I swear, like, I don't even know how you would buy an Ant-Man right now if you wanted one.
Yeah, they're like also not on the repack list either.
They're not.
And they
no.
do.
Yeah.
I remember you couldn't get them like 6 months after they came out. Like, it's just like AMG just decided they didn't want to make them anymore. Maybe they didn't sell well or something, but I think they have those like really weird like see-through wings and stuff, and I just wonder if AMG is like, you know what, we're good. Because otherwise, like, how are they not like Ant-Man and Wasp are very fun to play. I completely agree with you, but like, yes, they're both of them just are kind of lacking, and I just feel like AMG's like, let's just forget they exist because. Just for fun, while you were talking, I was seeing if I could find them on the internet, and it's like impossible.
Wow.
And it's not like today they're impossible to get. I remember they were impossible to get like 3 years ago. So I don't know. I just had this weird conspiracy theory. So we can move on. But like, yeah, I agree that Ant-Man. I like the whole like dropping the extract thing. Like maybe they could have made that a little bit more lenient, where you drop it, but like you get to put it down instead of your.
That's how it should have been. Yes.
Yeah, no, that would be definitely probably a game changer. But I think he just, I don't know.
I don't know. I'm with you guys, honestly, bro. Like my experience with Ant-Man was watching other people play on TTS when Sooner was having his run with CS and was doing the whole cool, cute thing that he was doing with Ant-Man. And I'll say that I was like, okay, I didn't care. I played a lot of Jane. I'm sorry, Wasp or whatever. I liked her more. I don't know. I'm with you guys. Like, there's just not much to talk about with him. Like, I've seen people try to make it work, and every time I've seen it, I'm just more and more underwhelmed. I'm just like, okay, whatever.
Well, I want to put,
I don't know.
I want to put Ant-Man in the C tier. Is anybody against me?
No, I'm not against that at all.
I think he's not the next time baby, and I do think maybe you want to be cute in game night and play him with Yondu, and maybe that's funny. But
okay.
Other than that, you know.
For the pirate thing.
Yeah, Ravager code, steal everything.
Yeah, that thing. Yeah. Yeah, that's just like me for the memes, but yeah, he's just like he just doesn't have the quality of life things you're looking for. You just like you have to play around his negative effects, which is just not great. All right, Wasp. Or sorry, what's up?
I just feel like I think if AMG was in the room, they'd say, "Oh, well, if you could let him hold extracts, like him and Wasp are like bouncing around and going all over the place, and it'd be maybe too good." But then it's like, well, okay, maybe, but I'm not even sure I agree. But then if that is true, at least like reduce the wound a little bit, make it interesting somehow with extracts. That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying. So
I agree. Yes. All right, Wasp. People have been playing some Wasp in A-Force. I think she's like okay. I don't know. I think again she just struggles the same way Ant-Man does, and I think I would rather just play Crystal as a 3-threat special
Yeah.
delivery character
Agreed.
if I had to.
yeah, I've done that with you, and I just think the game has aged so much since I did that stuff that like there's no way she's the optimal choice right now. Like there's Jane and stuff like that. Like just do something
Right, but
else.
I'm just saying if like there are people who play mono A-Force, they play like a 3-threat special delivery character, and sometimes that's Wasp. I do think it's like I would just play Crystal personally.
It's expensive. Like you need that power on turn 1 to really make it something cool happen.
Right, and that's another
Um,
thing with Wasp is like
uh,
to special delivery long move, you need 2 power, so you have to like get hit by something on round 1 playing A-Force.
right.
Otherwise, you're just a medium walk. So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I played her a few times. Pin Particles was cool. Like, it's pretty cute when... The coolest play Wasp makes, in my opinion, is, like, she can teleport round 1 and then, like, walk long, get within 2 of Toad, attack him, and he gains no power.
Yes.
It's probably one of the coolest things I've ever done with her, and it's very effective, by the way. It's very annoying to deal with as a Toad player. But, like, outside of that, and then Pin Particles is always cute, right? You can just do this out of activation throw kind of thing. Outside of that, like you said, it's just they didn't hit with these 2 models, and it's a shame. Because, like, that was, like, the first start of the whole transforming thing, right? Like, they didn't do that yet up to that point. That was, like, their entry point into there, like, starting this whole thing. Since then, they've gotten better, like, a little better at it, with other models, how the mechanics work and all that stuff. But with them... Yeah, it is what it is. It's unfortunate, but yeah, that's where
Yeah,
we're at.
they're just like they're really fun, but they're fun and like frustrating at the same time. And I would like to see them just like lower the floor of raise the floor of the frustration part of them, and just make them more broadly applicable. So I think like the funness should be more accessible. So,
Yeah.
All right. Okay, Beast. Man, this guy's had a great year. Let me tell you.
Bro, Beast. No, that's my homie, bro. What are we talking about? Beast is my guy. You know what I'm saying? Like I was always kind of a believer, but now I'm even more of a believer because I'm a filthy APOC player now. Yes, I said it. I'm a filthy APOC player, and I'm happy about it. Okay,
it's hard
Either
for me
way.
to not put Beast in A at this point.
That's
all
where I'm
his
going.
Factions just
A-tier.
cook.
Yeah, everything
Yeah.
he plays in. He's an A-tier model. He made it. The young man has made it. Wasn't he a B last year? Like, wasn't he a B or C or whatever it was? The young man has made it. You know who did it for him? Our Lord and Savior and Sabanur came in and saved this man and blessed him and put him in A tier. The man is excellent as Pestilence. He's excellent on Mutant Madmen. He's got 4 physical defense dice. He has a Chuck. He gains power from fail results. He has rerolls. The young man is beautiful and he's great and he's blue and I love him. That's where I'm at with it.
Also, like Beast, like all of his factions are good, and
all of them,
except for X-Men, and
yep, okay, yeah.
But actually, Beast is one of the only saving grace of X-Men, so he even carries them. And then also the Crisis pool is Beast is so good on the current Crisis set.
So good, he gets everywhere, bro, all over the board. It's great,
man. Yeah, Beast is a great example of like the reverse power creep I was talking about. Like this guy is so old, and I've always loved him, but I never felt he was like this peak model. But right now, every affiliation he's in, except for X-Men, I get like so excited about Beast, and actually he's really cool in X-Men too. But I played a bunch of APOC, I played Inhumans, and I just want to play Beast in those. And I've seen Avengers start to play him. I've seen Beast in Steve 3 lists.
Yeah,
like, Beast is doing stuff, man.
I mean, dude, I even splash him when I play Asgard, bro. Like, I think I was telling Mike this in the car. Like, what I was discovering when I was doing my whole dual affiliate with APOC. Like, as my 3-threat, I just played Beast because it's like, bro, look at my whole team. Like, my whole team chucks. Like, you know what I'm saying? Including Beast. And it's like, yo, this is this is some crazy stuff happening right now. You know what I mean? So, like, oh, man, I'm so happy for the young man. He made it. Great guy.
Yeah,
Like-
I mean, last year WTC Hyper had Beast in his Asgard list just as like a 3-threat role player,
Yeah.
which was good. Also, I have a Magneto APOC list that I plan to play Beast in Brotherhood with Magneto. Like I think
Hell
it'd be
yeah.
perfectly
Oh,
fine.
Let's go.
He's got to throw. Like he can break terrain.
He's
and
got to
stuff
throw.
Like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, medium base, medium move when map B is pretty popular, or at least the distances of map B are popular. Like, how much do you love someone throwing something at you and you get rerolls like on 4 dice? Like it's just like, oh baby, it's like
Yeah.
take 1 sometimes, you know.
And you get skull power.
Oh right, and
Skull
you just
power.
get your power back on
Yes.
skill. on the pay to flips like Madman. You're like, oh, that was free. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, bro.
It's Beast is the GOAT, man. He's definitely not S, but man, he's earned his way up to the
I'm
A.
starting to feel like he's no, I'm not gonna do that. We're good.
No, he's
No.
definitely not.
You're good.
I mean,
Ugh.
there's only 2 A tier characters. He's doing fine.
He's doing good. He's all right. Yeah.
Okay, next up is Mystique. I think her value has dropped a lot with Deception being
Oh.
banned.
Yeah.
That being said, I think her kit is still pretty good. I think the real problem is her leadership is not that great.
Not right now. There's a lot of pay to flips being played. And you can't use your leadership at all on there, which is very unfortunate. Man, I had such a great time playing her a couple years ago as the main lead and just dropping a token and just moving around doing my thing. But I will say this.
Yeah.
Her kit is really good. I did try her in Red Skull 3, in Adepticon this year. And bro, man, did I melt some models. That
Yes,
rapid fire
she's very good
and
at
all
that.
that stuff. Yeah, like she still has some pretty cool stuff. It's just I think her time will come at a different point in the game if they just, let's say if the crisis change next year, maybe she just flourishes then, right? But I would say solid in faction, bro. That's where I would put her.
Yeah.
She's got the long mover thing that we keep talking about, and shapeshifter, and maybe if Hellfire becomes a real thing someday, she could be okay
good
there,
point.
maybe. But yeah, she's very just okay now. A solid character, not like I have memories of shapeshifter like abusing some characters. Like I've taken down like juggernauts with her. Bills
I
are
have
sad.
done-
I've definitely done some mean things to people with Mystique, but like she, at the same time, I want to say the negatives, like characters like Shang hitting through her martial artist. There's a lot of like range 3 offense out there that can just pulverize her. She's weak to throws, which there's a lot of throws out there. So yeah, she's got some problems right now too.
Yeah, I think like Deception being gone, and I agree that is a good change for the game. But what it has made her is like she's an attrition piece that wants to play a scenario game.
Yeah.
Like Deception was a scenario card in a lot of ways. Like it could be used that way.
Yeah.
So like, and I think because her leadership is so objective focused that she just has like conflicting ideas on her card.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that being said, like I've played her in Red Skull, like Chewy said, like she's good at playing Dark Rain and just deleting something.
Oh,
So
it's a hell of a drug.
Shapeshifter, man.
yeah,
brutal.
Dark Rain,
Nothing, bro.
Reality
Yeah.
Gem from the leadership, and Shapeshifter, and you just ace something. Like back in the day, it was really good at killing Ultron when you like couldn't Age of Ultron.
Cancels the
Yeah.
bodyguards
Cancel
and
the
the
bodyguards.
fallbacks.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, I think Mystique's fine. Like I think her kit is good. I think her leadership is not good, and I think Deception ban hurts her a lot. But
Yeah.
I don't know. A lot of people like her leadership. I'm not really convinced. I think her leadership was a vehicle to play like Hulk, Juggernaut, Rhino, Toad a lot of the time,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that team's like fine. I don't think it's as
Yeah.
crazy as it used to be.
No.
All right.
All right. Next up is Storm. I personally hate Storm, but I think objectively
I'm
she
with
deserves to
you.
go in the mid tier.
She's mid tier. There's not much to talk about with her. I'll be honest with you, man. I'm very disappointed with Storm as a character. I just there's nothing that she does that just wows me at all. Like, and I'm a big Storm fan, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think she needs a little bit more respect than what she's got right now. Like from the developers, not people playing her. Like literally, AMG like revisit her at some point.
Uh,
I'm just like, no, they could do better, man. I think they can. Like, and that's a whole X-Men issue that we've talked about a lot, which I'm not going to go into now. There's no point. But yeah, like just put her there for now. I mean, you know how much hate I have for her? I feel like I want to throw her in D tier just to spite people. I can't. Like, it's just I'm just. You can hear my frustration, bro.
She isn't a lot different than Doc Ock, who's like the first character we put in this tier.
Right,
exactly.
That's what I'm saying. She objectively deserves to sit there. I just hate her.
Yeah, I'm with Mike.
Yeah.
I'm just expressing my hate, basically, is where we're at with it.
My recent memory of a Storm is playing in Suitor, and he's just cursing Storm the whole game because he's like 6 dice, no damage. 6 dice, no damage. Well, I guess I can't throw you now. Oh, I didn't get my shot. If Storm is rolling hot though, she's kind of a beast. Like the whole shock thing is annoying as heck. And her throw is still kind of one of the better throws in the game secretly. She just needs to have the power for it. I'm with you kind of, Mike, on I just am done with Storm because I remember her in the glory days and I just don't want anything to do with it anymore. I don't know. She's like super killable too, which isn't as bad anymore because the game's less killy, but back in the murder days, it was annoying playing her and she would just get destroyed.
Yeah, I guess like from a gameplay perspective, I think she's like a squishy Iron Man that you get a throw for, but like Iron Man also pushes people any size, so like I think Iron Man's just a better model than her in basically every way. And true. I think her leadership is significantly worse now, like by a lot. I think the reroll is mostly irrelevant, and the X-Men hop is usually only useful on round 1 in my experience. Like I think even Sooner told me that. I asked Sooner, I was like, because that was my hypothesis, and I was like, Sooner, how much value do you get out of the jump? And he's like, dude, honestly, round 1. And then after that, it's like kind of whatever. He's
underselling it. I've played against him a few times in the last few months, and he would have moments where it's because of the jump he could like cross all of like map B or something.
Sure.
It still has play. I agree. Like the whole power tax and stuff, it's definitely like way less cool than it used to be. I think the fact that Storm is like not really considered for Wakanda is kind of a telling sign. Like,
right,
she's a Wakandan, and I don't hear anybody playing Storm in Wakanda.
Nobody wants to play her. Nope.
Like I look at our tier list and I see Iron Man and Shuri are in solid in faction, and here we are making fun of Storm here. It's like, should she go down?
That's what I was saying, bro. I feel like I want to, but I can't. Jeez. You see what I'm saying? Like I want to do just to spite people, but I can't.
And then like, the last thing I want to say is her kit really frustrates me from like a design perspective. I just think it's incredibly boring. Like she has so much blank text on her card that doesn't do anything. It's very frustrating. Like her beam and her spender are blank text almost always. And I just think that Storm is a character that should be doing a lot more, just doing more AoE type things, and the AoE mechanics on her are just bad. So
yeah, that's
just like she should be flying around doing AoE stuff, and she's just a fucking Iron Man gun, and I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah, I'd be nervous if her spender was good and she just torpedoes in and explodes on a team. Like, I don't know. Maybe that's a thing she could do. Actually, I'm having Rivals moment where she ults and just turns into a giant tornado.
Man, that'd be so sick, dude.
Maybe you're right. I don't know. She's a 3 threat, so you have to be careful with her balance. So I don't know. I don't even know how I would change her without her somehow being.
Yeah, I'd have to like think about it, but I'm just saying I don't like her play pattern. I think it's not thematic, and then on top of that, she's just been nerfed a lot.
Yeah,
I don't find her fun to play at all.
Nope.
Oh God, no.
Because like
she's
she also like
support character kind of.
She also has like conflicting, like, because like her best thing is her 6 dice gun and the throw. Problem is like you can't. You want her to go last. You can throw things, but if you hold her activation, she just dies a lot of the time.
Yeah.
So like,
Yep.
what are we doing here? Whereas
Well,
like a beast can survive, right, and then he can walk
beast
around
can
and throw
survive.
things.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or like Iron Man can tank and then shoot things and push them off the point. So there's like not really much urgency.
Her play pattern is hide all game and then do a walk throw, and hopefully you win because of it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
literally
exactly.
Basically,
and
yeah.
that's not very fun. That's your
No.
real point, right?
Yeah, I don't like playing Storm at all. But I don't know. Although some people do, and it's just conflicting opinions. But whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see AMG just make a new Storm, like a 4-threat Storm or something that actually is thematically accurate.
Oh, hell yeah. That'd be sick.
And a leader.
And a leader, maybe?
Yeah,
why
whatever.
not?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, Crystal. I actually like Crystal. I think Crystal's good. I played her recently in an A-Force like mono faction for affiliation battle, and I was impressed with her. I was like, yeah, she's solid.
Yeah, on
just think
paper,
she's-
her math is like good. You know.
Yeah, it is. I think she's just a little homeless in Inhumans. Like, and I think part of that is because the Black Bolt 1 plan is so potent that there's not much incentive to play anything else playing the faction.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I think she's a perfectly fine model, and like she did get play in Black Bolt 1 when they had eyes on the prize, so you could seal with her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
You're right. She's kind of an A-Force character, really. She's
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. If I played Mono A-Force, I would play her for sure. Even if I like wasn't trying to like go crazy with splash slots, I would play her with A-Force, maybe even in a dual faction, just to have the 3-threat special delivery.
I am noticing a theme. Like, if you are a long mover, you automatically like get bumped a little bit. Like,
Dude, a long move goes a long way, bro.
I don't know if a long mover is. Oh no, wait, Viper has time. But I was gonna say I don't know if a long mover gets lower than B tier, but we'll see. There is Viper.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah. I don't got much
Anything
to
else
say
to
about
add to Crystal?
No,
Yeah.
I played her a lot when she first came out, and same opinion. I played her in Air Force, loved her, and I was like, okay, she makes a lot of sense here. Her triple attack thing is really cool. I've always loved that. Like when I was playing her, I'm like, oh, this is one of the coolest things I've done in the game, right? Like I did this one, that one, that one. Okay, now do this other attack. You know, I always thought that was pretty cool. So
Yeah, I mean, if you have 4 power, it's basically better than charge because
Yeah, absolutely.
it can be charge or it can be 3 attacks.
right,
Yeah.
So
it's really cool. Yeah,
Yeah. But yeah. So
yeah.
all right, Lockjaw. Lockjaw has actually seen a huge resurgence. A lot of people play him nowadays. He's playing Inhumans a lot now. I see people playing with Magneto. He randomly pops up in places.
Lockjaw is definitely B, but he
Yes.
he doesn't really fit the description of A. But he
No,
like
no.
weirdly is. I feel like he weirdly doesn't fit in B based on our description because like he is splashed. He has been splashed.
He has a
He
slash
usually
before.
revolves around some big broken thing, but
Cat and dog,
You
baby.
know. yeah.
Yeah, it was
Maybe-
Malekith or yeah.
Go ahead.
I mean, but in today's game, like he gets played in Inhumans quite a bit. I think.
Yeah.
The Black Bolt thing. Yeah. Yeah, the fact that Great Refuge exists now makes it so his teleport has even more like oomph because now you can
Oh, it
teleport
really does.
twice.
Mm-hmm.
So
Very annoying to deal with, but yeah.
yeah,
I think he's always been B, right? Like I think Lockjaw's
Wait,
always been
wait.
that kind of character, right? Or no? Am I tripping?
He's actually got play in Midnight Suns too. I know. Oh gosh, what's his name?
yeah, that's true.
What's his name was going on? I watched his video. Gosh, I'm feeling bad. I
Schmid?
can't remember. Schmid, yeah, and he has some cool tech with Midnight Suns and Dog, like legitimate tech. I don't know, man. I almost think he could be A. I know it's a crazy take, but I think
No, I don't think it's crazy. I don't think it's crazy.
I think he's got some play. Like he can kind of play the crises, but also do unfair things. Weren't people doing? Yeah, well, no, it's Midnight Suns. Like Midnight Suns just do things that are crazy too. Yeah.
I'm not ready to put Lockjaw in A tier personally.
Oh man. Okay. Is this going to be the thing where we change our mind next year? Are you going to apologize?
Yeah, I mean,
I'll apologize if necessary. Yeah.
yeah.
I'm just
It's like
saying.
because like
Go ahead,
people
go ahead,
play
go
a lot of people play him more. Like I see him play these days more than ever. But like I don't feel like he's generically great. You know, like he just kind of does this unique thing, and it's like, do you want the gimmick or not?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And like he's also just an enabler of other things, right? So
I mean,
Magneto
Humans has a lot of threes to choose from.
They really do.
And
right, but they don't play him every
description-
game either, though.
But doesn't that maybe make him top in faction and then often splashed? I mean, like, he kind of fits the description, is all I'm saying.
Ugh. I don't know, Tree. What do you think?
Dude,
So
it's a game with hundreds of characters.
Yeah, this is what I think. Like, he does a lot of things he does things that put him in A tier, right? But the only cause for pause is this, and I mentioned this in a Discord a couple of days ago, right? Or whenever it was. My only gripe with Lockjaw, and this isn't a Lockjaw problem, or maybe it is, I don't know. But like every time I've played into Lockjaw, or I've seen, or I played him a little bit or whatever, my big concern is that when the gimmick doesn't pay off, he kind of just sits around, right? Yeah. So like, and it's not every game. I know people are gonna be like, "Yo, Chewy, you're saying it's..." No. The games where it doesn't pay off, like, what does he do outside of that, right? What does he do to affect the game that when things go bad, right? So like for me, for example, like when things go kind of bad, I can see where Miles can get a steal to turn something around. I can see Beast getting a crucial role and getting a throw, or something like that, right? Or flipping some points because of the crisis spread. And that's why I don't put him in A. No, you could, yeah. And other people disagree with me too. That's why I don't put him in A, right? Like I leave him at B because of that, right? Like, but go ahead. Like you can go ahead. And go.
I mean, Chewy, I remember we played a Funzy game once, and my Lockjaw was doing big things. I've played games where Lockjaw does. You were trying out Dracula. And
we're gonna count that one. We're gonna count that game. Come on, bro. Oh no, okay, but go ahead.
No, but my point is like he can fix problems. Like if people control your characters, he can like put them back. It's like you can go late. He also floods on power, which then you could do like the interdimensional bloodhound.
Yeah,
I've literally done walk throw with him, and he throws size 3.
He does throw size 3. Yes,
and it goes medium. Like he's technically a 4/4/4 defense character. He's immune to poison, which is randomly cool. Dude, I've been low on Lockjaw for years, but like I'm wondering if it's finally his time. Like, like Mike said, he's kind of got a combo based on a Tactics card that's a little busted right now. People like swear by him and Magneto.
But they've been doing this since 2022, right? Since 2020.
He does, yeah, of course. He does have legitimate Midnight Suns tech too, like legitimate, like you can do some cool things kind of tech because he's got the bump and the move 3, and he has a lot of power, so he can do all the things.
He does have a lot of cool stuff, but yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
For the sake of content, I'll put him in A tier.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's go. I'm not even mad about it. Like I was like kind of teetering on it. You know what I mean? Like
he just knows. Last year he made some mistakes. He understands.
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember
Sploosh,
that game.
I owe Sploosh 1 for Luke Cage last year anyway.
True statement. Oh my god.
Yeah. We did it.
That's funny.
These guys
Oh man.
All right. Quicksilver. I think this is another B tier character. He's played in his factions and is valid there.
Yeah,
like I see people playing with Steve 1, people playing with Magneto, people playing with Black Bolt. I think he's fine in all those places. but I don't see him outside of that.
Yeah, he does busted combos. This is kind of his thing, really.
Yeah,
But
you really
he's a
want
long mover.
you really want access to the long move round 1, like the superpower, and all of his leaders give him that. So,
Yep, nice. I'm kind of a Quicksilver fan for whatever reason, and like I mean just in like Marvel, and so it just like feels good that he's not a bum, because there was years where he was just a nobody bum that did nothing. So it's cool that he's like actually played in competitive lists.
yeah, Black Bolt got buffed, right, which helps him a lot. So
Mhm.
It really does. Yeah, he's a good character. Does stuff.
all right,
So.
Sin is terrible.
Next time, baby.
and I actually
So,
just played Sin. I've played one game of Sin this year actually, and she was awful.
Yeah, she might be the worst character. I'm just gonna. What character is worse than Sin? To measure her badness.
She's definitely in like the bottom 3. That's for sure.
Yeah, I think so. She's in the bottom 3, 100%.
Maybe when we're done with all the 3s, we can see it roll back on this. But I think she might be in contention for the worst 3 in the game.
She's close.
She's very,
her leadership
very close.
is frustrating and
Terrible.
weird, and
It
it's not
doesn't
really
work,
fun
bro.
to play against or play.
When I played it, it did nothing. Like I rolled and missed. I was like, cool.
Yeah, funny story. Like after LVO happened, because I think there was that one player that did really well with Sin. I don't remember. I could be wrong. But I think there was a player
he was
that did
like
really
5-1
well.
or something.
Yeah, something like that. And then like so, I that next month, played in a tournament. Guys playing her, and like I'm playing APOC or whatever, and like I just kind of raffle stomped him because he kept whiffing on the secures and all this stuff. And I was like,
the leadership doesn't do anything.
it just doesn't do anything. And then like Sin just dies, so I was just kind of confused. Like, I mean, shout outs to that guy for going 5-1. That's not. I mean, to play this and go 5-1 with it is very, very impressive. By the way, that's like unheard of stuff. But like, I just kept questioning, like, how did that happen? So it's like the leadership's never popped off on me or never did anything. So I'm like, okay, like. My opponent was just sad about it. He's like, yeah, this is just not very good. And he just kept rolling dice and just nothing was happening. It was,
that's tough.
yeah.
That's tough.
It's very tough, dude. Yeah.
Sin is fun with illicit tech. It's like the one thing that's cool about her. And then, of course, we talked about the Crossbones partners in crime is cool. But she's just probably one of the worst characters in the game.
Yeah, like the auto rapid fire gun is fine. Her spender is absolute dog water. Her leadership is a meme, and then she has stealth and hit and run is fine, and then she has like ornery, which is terrible because she has no health. And then
I was gonna say, she gets an extra power, but she has 4 health. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, and also like doesn't spend power on anything. Like her spender's bad, and she has no superpowers that cost anything. So like, what are we doing?
Yeah, it's bad. She pays for Dark Rain. It's her job.
Yeah, I guess.
It's bad.
Yep. All right, moving on. Viper, her box mate. Viper, also not good. Viper just also doesn't do anything. Like, they just didn't give her any rules.
Her card is so bland, bro. She does literally nothing.
I don't know if I suggested this last year or whatever on the tier list, but I think they could do something cool where, like, if she poisons someone or attacks a poisoned character, she gets like a reroll like Zemo.
Yes. Viper is begging for poison interaction.
Yeah. She is. Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of poison immune characters. It definitely would not be broken. It would make her fun as like a long mover that does something and then has this like cool interaction with poison. They just like drop the ball big time on her. She feels a little lazy, to be honest.
Yeah,
she does.
Her defensive tech is also just laughable.
Yeah, she has martial prowess, which is just
when you look at Proxima and you look at her, it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to be within range 2 and not have any DR or anything? Cool. Sounds good to me, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't even want to talk about Viper anymore. So you put her in the next time.
Yeah,
she's
just on her.
All right, Deadpool. Deadpool's great.
They did.
Dude,
I don't
such
think
a good
Deadpool
job
gets
buffing
Deadpool
him.
doesn't really get splashed though.
No,
That's the problem. He really doesn't. No, it's like he's either playing an X-Force or he's playing
Like he gets
APOC,
played
obviously,
in his
right?
factions.
In his faction, yes, 100%.
And he gets played in Avengers sometimes.
Which is
That was
his
a fun
faction,
time.
though.
Which is
Yeah,
his
yeah,
faction.
exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think he's just solid in
I
faction.
think I think Deadpool's B plus, and I think you know who loves Deadpool is
Me.
Pat. Pat with
Yeah.
his like 8 trillion win rate on Apocalypse, and apparently he just rocks
Dude.
Deadpool like every game. So you know, there's got to be something to that, right? When I played APOC, I always found Deadpool to be my overperformer, and often Beast, of course. But it was like Beast and Deadpool carried, basically.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Preaching to the choir. Keep going, brother. Go ahead. Keep validating me. No. Keep validating. Go ahead. Keep going.
Yeah. No, Deadpool does work. It's really cool.
Do we have enough to say? I mean, go ahead. Go ahead, Spoosh. I'm sorry.
Well, I almost he's not A, but it feels like unfair to him to be hanging out with some of these characters in the B. But we have to remember the B is relative to the affiliation, so it's not like
Right.
an insult to Deadpool. Just he's
It's
really
not.
good.
Yeah, every time I've played him, he's done great for me, man. And like, I know there was conversations in the base back then. You don't play Magic as War, you play Deadpool? I'm like, yes. And then I had to explain it to people. Do you understand why? I said, because the difference between Magic popping off and Deadpool popping off is very, very different, right? When Deadpool pops off with War, brother, he does so much. He steals power from people. He can teleport somewhere. Like, his maneuverability is crazy. And then, like, just stealing power from people, on top of that, they're rooted. Like, if you put those two together, your opponent's characters aren't doing anything for the turn. Like, that's the difference. And, like, you just cripple them every single time. He's so close to A tier, though. Like, but I think they balanced him really well with his front side being only 4 health. And I think that scares a lot of people. It's never scared me. I'll tell you this right now. Go ahead and daze the young man. I feel good about that. Go ahead. Feel free. I love that. Because then he goes to his injured side and he's 6 health and he counts as healthy. And then I can do the same thing with a better spender. It's like, the dude is awesome, dude. They did one of the happiest buffs, like, in a long time that I've experienced. I love Deadpool as a character. So, like, what they did with him, what the AMG did with him was perfect. And he's in APOC. No, there's nothing more I can.
Yeah, AMG essentially did what they did with his buff, and it's one of the most successful buffs ever for them. Is that they just gave him a lot of quality of life and player experience buffs, which is why I think we feel so good about him. Like, what did he get? He got a teleport. He got, like, his triggers got cleaned up.
Triggers are cleaned up.
His bang is power, which is massive.
His
Yeah,
bang
and the
gets
gun
power
is
now.
a gainer, right? Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. Those are all, like, quality things. Like, now I can actually use my kit. I can make attacks. I can be in relevant places. Like, those are the things you want.
Yes, absolutely.
I will say, when you look at Deadpool and you look at Hawkeye, like, it's also unfair that they're, like, in the same tier, kind of. I feel like, and I do play Deadpool kind of like Hawkeye, where I bang early game, hold an extract, and play safe, and then maybe you get a little crazy at the end of the game. I don't know. He's very, very, very solid. Like,
He's
possibly
so good, dude.
close to A tier.
Yeah,
like, very close.
Yeah. Like, I think Deadpool's like a B plus, and the Hawkeye's like a B minus, for example.
Yeah.
Yes,
Agreed.
I agree.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just nuance, I guess.
Yep.
All right, Domino. I think Domino lives in the same tier. I think she's definitely played in her factions. She's a good model.
She's okay. I wish they'd revert the stupid skull thing. I loved calling my skulls. It's my favorite thing ever. I'm still better about it.
But
He died for the wounds of Malekith.
It's Malekith's fault. It's his fault.
That's
Yeah,
my
for
favorite thing.
anyone unfamiliar, you could roll your dice, and then you could pay for crits, but you could pay like any amount, and then you could count the skulls later. So, like, if you rolled in more skulls off crits, they would count if you paid for them. Now you can only pay for what you roll. So
Right.
Yeah, so if you got like 2 crits or 3 crits, you could say I want 2 skulls and then roll into it or whatever.
Yeah.
It was a good time. Oh well.
Yeah, but Domino's good. She's solid.
Domino's
I don't
good.
have any complaints with her.
Yep.
Iron Fist, also another good model. I mean, Heroes for Hire is obviously great. I think his Spender's good. I think he's like pretty valid. I don't really have much else to say about him.
He's carried hard by his tactics card. Let's be real.
Yeah, Heroes for Hire.
That's what it really
Heroes
is.
for Hire is like, okay, he's a Heroes for Hire mini and he's pretty good. All right, he's in.
Yeah.
And and like he's affiliated Midnight Suns where like Luke Cage is not, so like that's a factor for him. I don't know. Yeah, he's the most solid in faction that is solid in faction there is. You know.
Yep.
Yeah, I mostly think of him as a Midnight Sun these days. I
Mhm.
mean, am I wrong about another affiliation? Like, is he a defender? Like in your
Yeah,
mind?
and he's also Avengers.
Well, no, I know he's in those affiliations, but competitively, is he played?
I don't know.
No, I
I'll be
don't
honest
see
with
him
you.
much in those. I mean, I think he is probably played with Sam. If people playing a Sam leadership, I see him.
Fair.
He doesn't have superpowers, so and he doesn't really have attack triggers, so like the caps don't do much for him.
Yeah.
And then what's left is like defender leaders, which is just kind of meh. Defenders, I don't feel like want to play through threats. So.
Yep.
All right. It's finally time. It's the Luke Cage
man
time.
of the hour. Let's go.
He is graduated to S tier, and Sploosh is licking his chops.
Were we ever right on this one,
What?
Sploosh, huh?
Why don't you tell us why he's S tier now, Mike? I want to hear what makes him so good.
Luke Cage is just like the most stupidly overstated 3-threat in existence, and then he just also has a dumb card.
Yep.
And then like also Luke Cage, like his terrain throw is just like randomly really useful because you can just walk, throw terrain, and it's essentially making an attack. And then like this is literally my game against Curtis at Squad Goals. I had 3 rounds of Luke walk, spend 1 to throw terrain, and walk back, and I killed like 2 characters. And then Sweet Christmas is also just like an incredibly dumb spender on a 3-threat.
Yep. Yep. It throws because, like, it throws.
The throw range
auto
3.
stuns,
It's
right?
like pretty generously costed. Yeah, it's just like Sweet Christmas has just won me so many games. Like I just can't deny its potency.
How about the fact he just can randomly stagger on his builder? Because why not?
Yeah, that's less like impactful.
I get it, but like he's just like you think of like the fact that Luke Cage and Colossus were like designed together. And it feels like Luke Cage just like there was, you know how we're talking about B+, B-. I feel like Luke Cage was just like all the B pluses, and like Colossus was like, nah, give him all the minuses. Like,
yeah.
You know? Like, do you really think he should have stagger on Empowerment Punch? They're like, yeah, let's just do it. Why not? Why not?
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. That's basically what they did, bro. And when they looked at Colossus,
Yeah.
like, no, you don't deserve this. And I'm like, oh, you.
Yeah, no, get to do that.
Way.
No.
Yeah. Insane.
Yeah, Luke Cage is just incredibly dumb in a lot of games.
His immunity to bleed is also just like this random thing that's obnoxious.
It's very
because he just
now,
is like harder to chip even, right? Like Bill, same thing. Like can't bleed me, so I'm just like never getting chipped.
I'm just never getting chipped.
Good-
Exactly.
Good luck, Thralls.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, good.
Dude, I've actually played
Oh my
Bill and
God.
Luke into Thralls before. It's really funny.
They never get their leadership. It just turns off. Oh my god,
Yeah.
dude, that's funny. Oh my god. Oh man, but yeah, I mean, Luke's just again, he's a character that's well designed, well made, and he's just gonna stand the test of time. If they never change him, he's always gonna sit there. I'm sorry.
Well, he already got reprinted this year. He's not changing anything.
He did.
No.
He's not changing. Nope. And I don't think he
should
ever
have
is.
been- He should have been
He's-
5'5". I don't know
Yes,
what
exactly.
they're smoking on.
He
the
should have been
6'5".
5'5". Yes,
6'5"
6'5"
is way over the top. That's like the break point.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
dude.
Yeah.
Luke is
We did
he's
it,
goaded.
boys.
It is what it is. I freaking love playing the dude. Like I've played so much Luke Cage in my MCP career, and I always win when I play him. So
Well, you also obviously his tactics card's one of, if not, well, no, one of the best. It's definitely not the best because we have Wakanda Forever and all that nonsense. But he also just like he has like the taunt. So like redirecting damage is easily one of the most powerful mechanics ever in a game. Like you're negating focus fire, and you're doing it on a character that's hard to kill and probably undervalued compared to what you actually want to target.
Correct.
Which is sort of the Okoye effect, where it's like,
yeah,
I killed the 2, and with Cage, it's like, oh, I killed the 3, but there's probably an awesome 4 you wanted to kill, you know?
Right.
he's also just like he's stubborn to put down, and then Sweet Christmas just owns you a lot of the time.
Yeah,
and then like he's like, yeah, it's a lot like Groot that way. But like Luke is just way more annoying to deal with, and he's just so much value being able to stand in the midline. Size 2 gets cover, and like everything on his card is just gas, and then he's just overstated on top of it.
yeah.
Yo.
Yeah, like also
Dude
how
is
is
amazing.
4-3-3? He should be 3-3-3.
Isn't that Colossus' stat line right now too? By the way, funny enough, 4-3-3.
Yes.
Yeah.
just to show, like.
Oh, dude, I told you.
Oh my god! Yeah,
I literally, I've said before that healthy side Colossus is literally Luke Cage. It's different
Literally
now
Luke
because
Cage,
Colossus got
yeah.
buffed, but the second buff, the first buff Colossus was like his healthy side was essentially Luke Cage. And I was like, for a point more, cool.
Yeah.
Like Colossus even has 6 health, so like what
He
the hell
does
are we doing?
exactly. What are they doing here? Exactly. Yep. Hilarious, bro. Absolutely hilarious.
All right.
Sounds good.
Our the other S tier character, Black Cat.
Oh, just throw it
Yeah.
out there. Don't even like. It's...
Black Cat makes me hate the game sometimes. I feel like every time I play against a Black Cat, I'm playing an affiliation that loves rerolls and doesn't throw things. And it's just like, why am I
You
doing
just
this
get
to myself?
So trolled.
Yeah.
She's a raid boss.
Oh.
It is the worst feeling. Like I just remember like having my Modok die to someone natty 4 or 5 hits, and I'm like, okay, baby, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. 4 hits. It's gonna be the best roll ever. And then you just roll, and it's like a crit, blank, and hit, and blank, and go down the skull.
You can't reroll. You can't do anything.
No, what? And then you're always think because I'm a reroll addict, so you're always like, okay, I probably have I can't reroll. Oh my god.
Yeah, she's got dice shapeshifter.
Yeah, and then like, oh no, like I didn't get the power I needed to throw something. Okay, well, I guess my turn's over. It's just like the worst feeling. The worst. And it's like her whole concept is a troll. Like, oh, you have this extract, it'd be a shame if I took it and left. Like, so frustrating to play against. Black Cat, man. Oh my god. I remember when she first got changed, people were complaining for like about 24 hours that she was nerfed. And then I played a game against her like that day, and it's just like, oh my god, they actually buffed her.
Yes, they did. They buffed her.
Watching you, Mike, watching you on stream at Adepticon just throw Black Hat like into a team, and then like, oh, no problem, dude. Guys, I'll just surround her with my bodyguards,
dude,
and then she'll just leave. Like, how did that happen?
I watched that game. I was on the side of it, and I saw Mike do that. I'm like, that's game. I walked away. So the game is so
It was such a smart move, but at the same time, I was feeling so bad for your opponent. It's like, man, Black Cat, bro. And she's got stealth, so, like, you got to get closer. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, I actually, wasn't sure. I knew he was going to grab the side with Namor, and I wasn't sure how it was going to, like, keep parity. And then it just kind of struck me like a light bulb. And I was like, oh, yeah, I just run Black Cat into the team. It's fine.
Exactly. Yeah, just run her into this. Yeah, exactly. Yep. She's not going to die. Not at all.
Yeah.
I mean, she can, but, like...
She can, but
like, in that game in particular, like, he had, like, the whole Black Bolt Royal Decree set up, like, way off to the side. So, like, he couldn't really get to her. But, yeah, I just, like, have so much confidence in Black Cat surviving a lot of the time. And then, like, she's another character where everything on her card is gas, and then she has a long move.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was also like a finals of some random online event where like Deaton against Sooners X-Force,
just runs her up the middle and just like not punished at all. I think he like falls back with her. That like she never died for the entire game.
That was crazy, man.
And then like we haven't even mentioned the fact she just staggers big things. Like
oh yeah, dude. I like closing games out, just double staggering people is just so good.
While hitting all your elusive triggers, so you're just not like, oh, I'll just take 4 actions while also reducing you by 2.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, man. I love playing Black Cat, man. She's so good.
Yeah.
I'm a Black Cat enjoyer. That's for sure.
Which is why I'm a broken human being because like my puts
I've won so many tournaments playing Black Cat. Oh my god.
Yeah. It doesn't even mention the Steve 1 days. But anyway, moving on. Black Cat's like the GOAT. Like it's over.
Yep. All right. Craven. I think Craven is a fine model. I played him recently. Like, I think he's like really only valid in Spider Foes. Like he needs the cards. Even with the cards, he still can be frustrating. Like his dice quality is just like always feels worse than what it should be. I don't know why. It's like I go up, I make a 5 dice reroll 1, and then I make like 7 dice reroll 1, put the thing on them, 8 dice reroll 1 webhead, and it's like I should just be annihilating something, and I'm like I maybe barely kill it. I'm just like, why does this feel so bad?
Yeah,
I have no idea.
I'm with you.
Yeah, I'm with you as well. Go ahead, Spoosh.
Well, I was just gonna say I always had like a sweet spot for Craven because like back in the X-Men days, I always had these like brilliant ideas of like I'm gonna hop and then I'll get like movements and I can do these things and that gives me more movement and then I'll go in and like hit people, then like run away and like from elusive and such, you know. And like I agree with you that like he just feels a little too safe and like his concepts are awesome, but like when you actually play him, it never feels. It's always a little whelming with it all, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, the dice pools make sense, and just like everything makes sense like in my head, but it just never performs as well as I want it to, and I don't know why.
See, and that's been my experience playing Craven, but here's my problem. Every time my local Sean plays Craven, for some reason, he gets the opposite of what you guys are talking about. And he just like, yeah, we're having a conversation, like we're playing, right? And all of a sudden, like, you know, I daze Craven, no problem. Okay, cool. He gets his turn. And then all of a sudden, he just rolls all these dice and it just one-shots my characters. I'm like, Craven never does this, bro. He's like, yeah, but the dice. I'm like, yeah, no. I'm like, you know, like, whatever. And I'm like, every time I play him and I get all this dice, it never happens. But every time he plays it into me, bro, no. It just drops all my characters. And I'm just like, oh, my God. Like, why are you doing this? Craven, you're overperforming right now. But, yeah, like, outside of that, though, like, same thing, right? Like, every time I played him that way, I've never gotten those results that I think I should. And I feel like he should be doing a little bit more. And, like, you know, because I feel like he's very close. And I feel like there may need to be some numbers changes with his, you know, some of his attacks. Like, not much. Like, maybe just add a die here or add a die there. Maybe the results will change. Maybe it'll get better. I don't know.
Like his math is good. It just like never really comes up. I don't know why.
I don't honestly. If AMG wanted to be lazy, just give him like a range 2 hop, and he becomes like really cool.
Oh, okay. Like a leap or something.
Or the Curry Strike becomes range 3, and just make the whole Spear Curry Strike thing cooler.
I would just like to make the elusive automatic on the knife.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That'll be okay. Now we're talking. Yeah. Now we're talking. Okay.
That's like the one. He feels very slot machine because it's like I need my elusive to like hit to like get the chain going, and then you just like don't get it, and you're like,
yeah.
He's got that cool like magic card combo thing that like makes me excited, and when I read his card, everything on his card sounds very cool.
It does.
It's just seems off a little bit, and it is what it is. I mean, maybe that's just who he is, but he's a character that literally since he's existed, I've like had random moments of obsession with, and I don't know. And then you kind of fall out of favor and move on because there's just like better choices, you know.
Yeah.
I will say the foes cards and in foes, he's kind of cool still, though, right? Like we can agree on that.
He is.
Right?
Oh no, in foes, yeah, absolutely.
I agree.
Yeah.
For
sure.
So solid in faction.
Solid in faction.
All right. next spider foe we got Lizard. I think Lizard's still easily A tier. I think he's
Ooh, okay.
very,
Ooh, that's a hot take, man. Okay,
like
I
I've been
like
playing
it.
against a lot of. I think I've been playing against a lot of Lizard, and Convocation is very annoying to deal with. Like
Hmm.
if you don't have like voodoo or some way to just get crap off of him without interacting with him, like he can be very annoying to deal with. So I
Yeah,
think Lizard is still A tier. Like he's definitely like best in class objective runner.
he he's kind of got that like three threat toad factor where like if
Yeah.
you do deny him an extract, he's kind of a derpy character. Like you know what I'm saying? Like if someone like
Yeah,
sets
for
Toad
sure.
up on like an extract and you take that extract, suddenly Toad just feels so like whatever, and it's kind of
Mhm.
Lizard in my mind. You
You
know?
definitely have to be aggressive with him. Like if they're gonna take the middle, you got to go grab like the back half point or something with him.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct. That's how I played him in the past too. So like,
Yeah.
Man, A tier is kind of aggressive, but I like Syndicate kind of maybe plays him a little bit. Like you mentioned Convocation, so okay, I think he's like an A minus.
I mean, I
But
think you
I'm
still
will
play him in Web Warriors too. So
yeah,
okay.
I mean, I've always had Lizard as A. Like, you know, I used to know me. I love Lizard. I mean, I played him a ton, dude, and I've always had good times with him. And to me, his kit always screamed A to me. You know what I'm saying? Like the only thing that drove me nuts, and this is the only thing I don't like about the character, and we've talked about this a million times, is like his builder shouldn't be a builder; it should be a gainer. Like I wish they would just change it to a gainer, and I'd be like, I think he'd be a perfect character from there. Not that he
yeah, I don't
needs
know.
it. Not that he needs it. I just the attack never really builds power. It just does the
Kinda
push,
neat.
which is good. The push is good. It's just I hate forward eye builders. They don't make sense. Like they make sense to me as
Yeah.
gainers.
They're
Like that's
supposed
my
to be
only knock,
inconsistent in the power gain, right? Like if he was more
Mm-hmm.
consistent building power,
He
he would
might be more
obviously be better.
busted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Maybe.
I
I
think
mean,
Lizard is quite balanced. And I think
You,
he's
no, I think
you
he's
know what's
balanced. Yeah,
funny?
yeah, absolutely.
Lizard is balanced cage, which makes him A tier instead of B.
Yeah.
right. Yes.
We should all measure off a cage, and that's what we should go off of. Yeah.
um. Anyway, no, you know what? You convinced me. I still would argue he's like A minus, but you make compelling
Yeah.
arguments.
Yeah.
So
I
That's
mean,
a good one.
I say that after playing against a lot of Lizard lately. Just not even lately,
Okay.
for a while actually. My locals play a lot of him.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I
yeah.
really
This
thought
is
you were
why
gonna
it's
throw
good
him in
to.
solid infection. I thought you were
Yeah.
gonna go there.
This is why it's good to do this with other people, because like if this was my tier list and you guys weren't here, I think I would have gone with solid infection. But I think you make a good argument. So
Yeah.
yeah, having to deal with Lizard when he bumps around from Convocation is really annoying.
ooh, yeah,
Like
It's a
I
lot of
like
space
that a
he's
lot.
covering.
like when I play like meme lists like Malekith or something, it's really annoying to deal with. But like if I'm playing like a good list, I'll just extract steal off of him like Black Cat or something and ignore him. But,
Sure. Mm-hmm.
yeah. But yeah, that's a small minority of the game can do that. So if you have to interact with him fairly, he definitely is frustrating. All right,
okay.
Mysterio. I love Mysterio, but I think he's just another fair model. I think he's good in both of his factions. I've played him with Red Skull and in Spider Foes.
I think in our hearts we all want him to be lower to get like changed somehow, but we know that'll never happen. And also, didn't
Yeah.
Angie literally say like, yeah, like they basically unofficially said like we'll never do base changes or anything. So
Yeah, they said he
Right.
should have been on a medium base. Like they regret not putting him on
yeah,
a medium base.
so Mysterio's lot in life appears solidified as like really, really cool character, really cool ideas, but like
Mhm.
a little bit undercooked, and it will never change.
Well,
So
I love Mysterio's kit. I think it's actually perfect. It's just he really needs the medium base to like
The
truly
medium base.
his like his apex final form would be the medium base, but like
yes,
I think all even with that considered, he's by far the best small move, small base character, and he's still playable
Yeah.
even with that. Like very playable.
yeah.
He is.
And a medium move, you think that'd be silly? Because I wish you had
No,
medium
I
move.
think all those
No.
characters could have medium move and they'd be fine. But I don't know, people disagree with
Yeah.
me. I've said that before with Mysterio, and a lot of people think he'd be too good at standing on the midline grabbing things. And maybe there's an
Mhm.
argument for that. I don't know. I'd
Maybe.
have to try it
Okay.
because, like, obviously
Yeah.
he's like people can't reduce him round one. He's def 5, probably maybe has cover, and then like if you attack him, he probably gets a power from the blank. Maybe he takes
Right.
one, and now he can tricks and traps if you engage him again.
Correct.
So like he could be really obnoxious that way. So like I get it. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, if they were to do that, I think they would have to do some numbers changes with the superpower and all that just to balance it out. You know what I mean? So like, yeah,
Yeah,
I could
maybe.
see it, but I was trying him. Funny enough, dude, I was playing Convocation, like just trolling a little bit. I played him in Convo, and he was a little annoying for a bit because the bump, and then his move small, and then I could just do Ironbound books, and then like he gets 5 defense dice no matter what. Like, yeah, it was pretty annoying. I misplayed him a few times, but like that's just I haven't played him in a while. But like he does have some really cool stuff that he could do, and he can be very annoying for the opponent. And Grand Illusion is sick, bro.
Yeah,
Grand Illusion is beautiful.
I've had insane games of Mysterio with Red Skull where like I'll activate Red Skull Prowl. It's like slingshot Mysterio into their team with the scalpel and like Dark Brain Grand Illusion and just like ace two things.
That's
Wow.
disgusting. That sounds so cool. I want to do this now. I want to live that life.
Yeah, I just whenever I'm playing like funsy games, I try to sneak Mysterio in a lot because I really do like him, like conceptually.
I do too.
Yeah, you should play him with Red Skull because now his builder actually hits and you can bow things really easily.
I've lost to you playing Mysterio with Red Skull 3, and
yeah, it's legitimately good.
It's legitimately
he's
really good.
decent. He's decent.
All right. Next up is Sam. I think Sam's still A tier, honestly.
A tier.
I was wondering if you're going to go with S, but A does seem more fitting.
Yeah, I think Sam is in the A tier these days.
Yeah.
He still has
I don't think his leadership is obviously good. I just don't see it a lot. I think that's weird because I think the game is like probably too fast for his leadership. Like his leadership really thrived when people just only wanted to kill, and that was it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's like you can just play objective and like not try to kill everything. So,
right.
And that was always his weakness, but it rarely existed back in the day.
Yeah.
Where now it's like very prominent, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, though, he's just like the most insane character. He has so much text, and he's so randomly like brutal to do. You know, I think A is solid. I think there's an argument for S, but I'm trying to think like he just feels a little bit more fair now for some reason.
Yeah,
but I can't understand. I don't know why I feel that way. It has nothing to do with his leadership.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he could still be annoying for opponents with the whole shield throw and then hit the back line and push someone or whatever. And he moves long, right? We talked about that, right? I mean, he's a long moving character. He gets all over the board. He does have some really cool synergies with airlift, too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the whole pass him a power, airlift someone, charge, or whatever the case may be. But like, yeah, I mean, I don't. It's just I think we're not. It's funny that we're mentioning this because we might see him more as a splash character going forward versus the leadership because Steve 1 is so good right now, right? And in Steve 1, he's nuts. Like that's not even. I don't even have to go over that. Like, bro has a charge online round 1, charges, shield throw, push, call it a day.
Yeah.
And it's still strong.
God.
It's still really strong. Like it's stupid. I did a test game with a new guy. He just started playing, right? Played Avengers, and he immediately picked up on this because I gave him a list. He played it, and he immediately picked up on the charge thing with Sam, and he just rolled hot and like pushed a whole bunch of characters, and he just didn't play the game at all. And it was like, he's like, he could do that. I was like, yes. He's like, that seems kind of broken.
Yeah.
I'm like, it can be. There are times it's not. You know what I mean? Like, not all of us have Deaton's dice, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say if you roll Deaton shield throws, Sam is the best character in the game.
Best character in the game by far.
Oh, baby.
Slushkin attests to that.
I have some good NashCon memories slinging shields with old Sammy boy. It's so good.
It is really good.
And I also, one of my worst memories ever was playing against Shadow Marvel, and he literally did the charge on turn 1, and he either dazed or like left on 1 my Red Skull 2, who had done like an X-Men hop until like past. He wasn't at midline; he was on my end of midline, and this prick just charges and like destroys him with 1 shield throw. Oh my god, it was like the worst feeling. But good old Sam, he's just always good.
Yeah. Yeah, Curtis played him into me at Squad Goals in our game, and then like I also had Sam on my list at Adepticon. I played him in one of the finals games with A Force, and he was like airlifting my black cat around. It was a good time.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's pretty good.
It's a good character. And he's a long
Very good
mover.
character. And he's a long
mover, guys.
Ignores cover. And, just the
Long moving's pretty good.
He ignores line of sight, cover, and flies. So literally his character ignores.
He just ignores the table. Like,
he ignores the table. Yes, exactly. Yep. You see all this terrain? It doesn't matter.
For terrain, man.
Yeah,
like you don't exist. That's crazy.
Yeah, we're playing on a neoprene mat. There's nothing else here.
Oh my god.
Yeah. All right. Our last character of the day is War Machine. War Machine is why the tier is called Next Time Baby.
Shout out to Terrence Howard. Shout out to Terrence Howard, man. Shout out to him. Yep. For inspiring a tier list for the worst characters in the game. Even he avoided wearing a War Machine suit. He left. He was like, I don't need. He did. He's like, he could have put it on and be cool. He's like, nah, I'm gonna move on. Let's do something else. Like, poor guy. I mean, talk about just missed opportunity. Like, I hope
he has no text on his card.
No text on his card. He just doesn't. And then he destroys himself. Like, I'm sorry. Like, okay, I got to go in a little bit, bro. And what comic or what anything has War Machine destroyed himself by like just doing a spender or just throwing a bunch of rockets? I don't know either. But like, it's just, why is that on his card? And then like, I don't know, dude. I mean, I'll tell you this. I did have a good time years ago. You know, when all you've got nonsense was around. I did have a good time like beaming people on like Gamma and like, you know, that was his time to shine for like 2 months. But outside of that, bro, like it's just, man, dude. Well, what a dumpster fire of a character, dude. He deserves respect. It's just, I hate it. That's just me. I don't
know. There's a video, a Next Time Baby, and it says narrator, there wasn't a next time.
Oh my god. Hilarious. I just don't know what else you could say about War Machine, man. It's just, he's a joke.
Nothing
man.
good.
He's just a giant joke, you know? It's frustrating, right? Like, because, you know, there are people who are fans of this character, and it's just like, when am I ever going to play him? Never. Like, there's no reason to play him. Like, and it's just, it's unfortunate, man. That's, I hope one day AMG looks at this and, you know, because
I think he's on the repack list for next year.
Is he?
So,
okay, good. Perfect.
Yeah, maybe people will maybe they'll buff him. I think he definitely deserves to be buffed. Like War Machine as a character deserves to be playable in a Marvel game, especially because he's
agreed.
Prominent in the MCU and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Also, instead of empty the clip, they need to rename that to empty the mag. It's just like nobody says empty the clip that knows what they're talking about. Yeah. That's not a thing.
Emma has telekinetic powers, so let's not get ahead of ourselves.
That's a good one.
I think we should just end it right there. We're not gonna talk
dude, that's hilarious, bro. Yeah.
My hatred is unending for that.
Yeah. I guess for me, Mike, let's have a nice little thought experiment here. Like, if you were cooking War Machine and repackaging this character, what would you do, Mike, to repackage him?
So it's not just War Machine; it's the Iron people in general in this game. I think they are all basically a miss. Not Hulk. I think Hulkbuster turned out pretty well, but Hulkbuster could use some quality of life changes. But I think his play pattern and like what his kit does is fun and cool. But both Iron Man's and War Machine are massive misses. Now, Iron Man, we talked about Iron Man 1 earlier, and I think he's a good model, but I think he's a huge miss theme-wise. And when I envision Iron Man and War Machine, they're these characters that fly around and they like solve crises things, you know, or they like assess like the situation and like kind of shot call. And they're usually, Iron Man is usually depicted as pretty fast. Like he flies around with jet thrusters. And they're just like slow turret characters. for some reason. Like Storm is also the same thing. She's just an immobile turret character when like that's not what Storm is at all, actually. So like I think it's just a massive miss. To answer your question with War Machine, I would make him like actually fly around and have like an array of weapons, like kind of like Crystal is probably what I would do.
Okay, I like that.
I just had a cool idea for him. I was trying to think of like how you could MCU him. Like obviously, comics, all that. It'd be really cool if he like placed a token and then the next turn, that token becomes like where he shoots like a barrage or something. So it's kind of like he sort of like designates a spot, and that's like his barrage spot. And I agree, he should have some kind of mobility. My like pet peeve, and AMG, please steal this idea from me, is like the only time a small move makes sense to me is when it's like free actions. For example, I always felt like speedsters should move short, but like move like 3 times a turn or whatever. Maybe like one of those is like a free action or like hit their attacks or something they do.
Yeah, well, I think what the feeling the feeling you want is Psylocke's card Crimson Dawn, where like you never see it, but it's like after she does anything, she places 1. That is the kind of feeling.
So
I think
every time he like rocket pods or metal storms, he moves like 1.
Right.
There you go. Okay.
And then it creates that like flying around feeling.
Flying around. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay.
I think the game needs more of that, of like this feeling of speedster moving little movements. Because the speedster's like in a lot of places, but in 1 turn. Right? So
right.
go to a bunch of little places, little movements. And I think you could do something like that with like a War Machine where it's like, oh, I attack, move 1. I attack again, move 1. Or something. It's not like, because it needs to be balanced, right? But
it does. Right.
I think there's some cool things, and there is a token where like I just thought of it, where like Sin can like place a bomb and then the bomb explodes or whatever. So like the idea I just had was like it's kind of exists already, but it would be cool because like in the movies, right? Like he does like those bombing barrages and it's epic looking, and I think he wants to like create that moment somehow. So. And it not be broken. So I don't know. Maybe there's some way he can like.
There's a lot of ways to like tackle the problem, but at a fundamental level, I would just like to see the Iron People like be mobile characters, and they're just not.
They're just not.
Yeah,
no, they're not.
Maybe mobile, but like weak attacks. Like I mean, he already has like 4 dice pod, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Where it's like
like War Machine is like he should be the iron person that like does damage. But he doesn't have any displacement. Whereas like Iron Man is the guy that does displacement. But like Iron Man is weirdly better at doing damage because he just makes 6 dice attacks all the time. So like he's better typing.
Yeah.
True. So like why doesn't War Machine like doesn't have explosive? His shoulder cannon is not represented on his card like at all. So like I don't know. He's just phoned in.
It's just phoned in. Yeah, they just gave up. It was like, okay, we're just doing this, whatever. For me, I would like to, instead of a beam, I would like to see an area attack. And what I would like to see is, I mean, I would, we're talking about the whole movement thing. I would like to see him have like a charge plus attack with the area attack. Because then he could like, he's moving, right? And he's like, hitting multiple models with area 3 or something like that. So, that'll, kind of, I guess, fulfill that whole, hey, I'm moving and I'm shooting you kind of deal, right? And I'm flying around just doing crazy things. And yeah, explosive, and just reword a lot of these attacks. I'm not gonna go into it, but like just reword this. Like there's just a lot of nothing, and empty the clip is just stupid. Doesn't make any sense. But like it's just a lot of dumb on here. It's just I don't know, dude. I hate to bash it. It's just like come on. Like we could do better. We could do. I mean, look at Gambit. Gambit hit this trash tier last year, and now we look at him. Now look at the young man. He went up because AMG listened. They listened to this tier list, I think. I mean, I don't know if they do.
He'll be on the next episode.
I was thinking about Mike was talking about Emma and how he kind of has like a little bit of a chip on his shoulder on that one, which I understand. But like now that Gambit's buffed, I lost my chip. I need like something else to be, in love with that lets me down.
Hey, you got Sin, right?
I figure that out. X-Men? Yeah, no, I already gave up. They're dead too. But yeah.
just have Sin, man. Like have that.
Well, yeah,
make Sin.
your favorite character is like actually in the game, so you got that going for you.
Yeah. I just need Gambit and Rivals, and I'm good.
Yeah.
But well, that wraps it up, though, right?
That wraps us
I
up
think
for
that's
today.
for now. Yeah,
and
absolutely.
We're just past 2 hours, so pretty good.
Oh man, if we were gonna do the whole list today.
Yeah, we are. This is gonna be
Crazy
fun.
People. All right, we'll call it there, and we'll keep the train rolling. So, listeners, thank you for listening, and see you next time.
Take care, guys.